Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. I'm back.
There he is. Welcome
Whoa.
back,
It's
dude.
been, I know.
What
I'm
have you
back.
been up to?
Not much vacation. It's here we are. We're on the set of the Breadwinner.
How about that?
Wow.
Yeah, we're actually in a real movie set. Ain't that fun? Ain't it fun that this whole
It's crazy.
look how crazy it's gotten. Y'all were all just started at this little dumb podcast during COVID. And now we're
Wow.
I wasn't even around.
as you don't know yet, or I don't know if you know, you weren't even around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all movie actors now. All of you are in the movie.
That's true.
Boom.
Yeah. So we got them all in,
Nate,
and Derek Stroop.
yeah.
Derek Stroop is in the movie as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, Nate very generously put us in the movie. It's very, very exciting.
We got. If y'all want to say y'all's title,
I do actually, and I'm pretty proud of it. Trash Collector 1.
yes,
That's
Trash
what I'm
Collector 1 is
Now,
Aaron.
now take a wild guess who number 2 is.
Yeah,
Well, I think most people will think Dusty,
yeah,
but they are incorrect.
yeah.
I am trash collector number 2. My agent's not quite as good as Aaron's.
And that's
Negotiated.
always what I've called you guys.
Yeah. Trash Collector 1 and 2. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
want to show the?
Yeah, we got some pictures here from our day on set. There's me and Brian in uniform.
All right.
And then
That's what you guys wore before you joined this podcast.
yeah.
here we are taping our scene, and
You know, the night before we went and watched the new Mission Impossible, and Tom Cruise does all his stunts, and Aaron and I were like, we want to do our own stunts too. So
Yeah. Did y'all watch that the night before?
Yeah.
we
Here?
did. Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
down
yeah.
here. Yeah.
yeah,
That's fun.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is very fascinating. We just got to this studio part. So you're seeing the house. It's all crazy because and Dusty's part we just can't really say what it is because it's
good though.
but it's good.
And you saved on
Yeah.
wardrobe for his part.
Yeah,
We'll say that.
Yeah, Dusty's wardrobe was just
wear what
come
you're
as you are.
It is funny when people dress me and then I go, oh, this is what I wore here.
Yeah.
I really need this dressing part.
I've got a lot of clothes that I'm wearing in this that I basically pull off what they give me to put on what they give me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that.
Yeah.
We were with hair and makeup, and they were like, "Should we put some sweat on his shirt?" And I was like, "Just give it a little,
There you go.
give it a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to change his shirt after 5 minutes.
I'll
Yeah.
get you the real McCoy here in a few minutes."
Yeah, this is Georgia.
Yeah.
It was very hot.
Because just open that door.
Brian and I are both wearing, they take safety very seriously here on the set of the Breadwinner.
Mhm.
It's all above board. And so they're worried about me or Brian falling off this garbage truck. So we are harnessed in for these shots. We had to wear a harness around our legs.
Y'all had it
we wore it on
all day.
maybe 12 hours we had that
Yeah.
thing on.
Just constantly. Can we take it off? And they're like, eh.
Eh,
Well, y'all had the option. At one point, they go, you can take it off, but you do have to put it back on. And it was, and
Yes.
But you
y'all
can
weighed it.
imagine.
Y'all weighed it out. There you
Yes.
go.
You can imagine me putting that on as
It's
it was all hands on deck.
yeah.
Called it the jaws of life.
Yeah.
That's where the sweat comes in.
Yeah, they got we had a few grips that worked on Aaron. I feel like you wouldn't have had to be buckled up, but Bates, I think I could. I don't think it's bad for you to be.
I had 2 harnesses.
Yeah, I think.
I like to see like an actual garbage man watching this
Yeah.
going, you had harnesses to hold you on the truck?
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
guys.
There was one shot. I mean, we hit a speed bump going pretty fast, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man,
That's why you got the harness.
That's right."
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
why you
these
got it.
guys in my neighborhood, they jump off still moving. They're
Yeah.
running.
You got to have
could've
that.
done it.
You got to have that timing down there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I've seen that with when you do any like physical labor or something like that. Because used to be like your timing of it is like good, and then when you don't do it for a while, then you kind of are like, oh,
Yeah.
you seem like you're bad at it. Because
Yeah.
I'm not actively doing.
You got to get your groove back.
You got to get your groove
Yeah,
back.
I'm not saying I could do it, but I just like to see a trash guy watching this going, come on, guys.
Yeah, y'all shot all that week. We were all outside. First 3 weeks of this movie, we were on location, and so this is the start of the week of the house. Of being actually in the studio, in the movie studio. But it was very fun. We were in this neighborhood shooting this. We used someone's real house and a lovely family. And I met all the neighbors. They would come out and watch. I like to think they did it the way I think I would do it as in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
The neighborhood was all on board with this. They were super cool about it, and they would just come sit in the yard and like watch us film, and it was very like I was like, man, that is a very it's a very fun, unique kind of
it
thing.
was awesome.
I took some pictures with the neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah,
They're into it.
They're into it.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Can they come and go? As they
Not
please?
in the movie, like in the set. No, their houses they can't. I mean, they could walk in their house for these, but it's no. In general, they're staying at an Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think people have asked people do this. You make money, and you get an experience, and your house is in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty crazy to be like, oh, that's like this neighborhood is these houses all right here. I mean, it's going to be like, yeah, it's you're all in this movie.
One day people will drive through and go, "This is where they filmed the Breadwinner."
Yeah, this is where they filmed the Breadwinner.
Yeah,
this is where the garbage guys were.
yeah.
The scene was
This guy was harnessed on.
Yeah.
even though my scene was very. It's not a big scene, but I was still nervous.
Sorry about that.
No.
I knew as I said it, he was going to spin it that way.
Yeah, yeah. I try to get you more, but
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
You were nervous. That
Yeah.
makes it. That was very nice. Yeah.
But
We were, I'm dude, because I've
Okay,
said
go
this
ahead.
so many times. No, Brian, but I'm backing you up because I've said this. We were talking about it there. You don't realize how big of an operation this is till you show up, right? So you get the script and you're like, all right, we had one line, or like this will be whatever. And then you show up and there's base camp, and then we had to get shuttled over to here. So it was all like kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
it was. And I was going to say two things that kind of helped with me. One, you were in the scene with us.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the way they shot it, if it'd actually be you or someone. I didn't know how that worked.
Yeah.
The fact you were in the scene helped because we all know each other and it was just
Yeah.
fun. And then Eric, the director, he was so nice and he's having fun. He's laughing. We're sitting back there with him and he's laughing. It kind of puts you at ease if the director's having a good time.
I will say, y'all's scene. I agree. There was not many lines there, and so I think I learned at the moment. But we added a lot of stuff where it was like, I don't know what will happen. Y'all have a scene that very much could be in a trailer. I think like it's, like it felt like if it was just kind of like a perfectly little scene. I don't know if it's gonna be in the trailer. I mean, I'm just saying this to be nice, but it's there. No, but I know in the moment you could tell because we didn't have much, but we were able to riff off. So it was like I was like with y'all scene. I was like, oh, I was much happier because I was like, oh, that's a lot lot than I thought.
Brian got to berate Nate a little bit.
I loved it. I loved it.
I think everybody. I think all the folks will love it.
Yeah.
because
I channeled. That's what I was thinking.
That's 5 years of
5
pent up-
I leaned into it.
yeah.
That's my backstory. Myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My backstory is me.
If you hear the movie, you're going to hear a moo in the background, and that's I asked for that to be put in. But Dusty, your scene as well. I think your scene. Here's what I thought. Pictured your scene, which I don't know if it could be because we can't really say what you're doing yet. But I thought your scene would be a scene that you would show at like if I go on late night and talk about.
Oh
the movie.
yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
love
cool.
that.
That's what was cool about all your scenes is like you kind of like I saw it where I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, these are like
I support
legit
that.
real scenes.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you haven't been on late night enough.
It was fun though.
Let me go.
Yeah. No, I support it, and it was fun. It's fun to do.
Which I don't. When's this come out? Or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
John Christ Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just did
a
it
couple hours ago.
a couple hours ago. I got a text. Heard he crushed it.
Me too.
So it'll be
Yeah,
out Wednesday.
me
So if
too.
he
What about
did,
you? Did you get a text about it?
He texted everybody except me.
Yeah.
I texted my wife.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he knew we'd get to you.
Yeah.
You were on Colbert last night.
I was on Colbert
Last night?
Yeah, June 17th.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, because
okay.
we taped it a while ago.
We haven't even talked about. Well, you've been on, I think, once since the announcement. We forgot to mention you're hosting the Emmys. So
Yes.
It never even came
oh well.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
A lot going on. Everybody,
Yeah.
hey, who's not hosting the Emmys?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
right?
yeah,
exactly.
Everybody's doing it. Well, when I'm back around y'all, it feels like I've accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, you know
That's
what?
the
You
whole
do need
point.
it
that.
does. It brings it back to reality.
Yeah.
Back down
Yeah.
to earth.
Yeah, back down to earth. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a wild, a couple months.
Do you like it? I mean, are you enjoying it
love
like
it.
you thought? Okay.
I love it.
Because I thought there's a part of me that thought you might start filming this and hate it and be like, I think I'm done doing movies.
I worried about that because I thought like I'm gonna do it and then be like, all right, because I've learned about myself. I have something I want to do and then I do it and then I kind of go, I don't want to do that again. And I don't think I'd naturally even think I don't want to do it again, but I just always am looking. I like finding a new thing to go figure out.
Yeah.
But with movies, I've really enjoyed this. I'm very, very busy, and I'm in every scene. So I've liked that. I've said that where if I get to do more movies, which we're hoping so, but if I get to do more, I was like, I need to be in every scene. I need to be pretty busy. Like I won't do well if I just sit. Like, because I mean, y'all were there when there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of just hanging out. And so if I'm not busy, I think I would have a pretty tough time because it's like been run and gun for me for these past few years, and I kind of like I love it. But I do want to make, I think making this movie, I honestly, I think about me growing up as a kid and all the stuff I wasn't allowed to watch, not because my parents were mean or anything, but it was just in general, you just wasn't allowed to watch stuff. That's what I think about making movies is like. Not that I can answer it's going to be, it's like, not that nothing's going to be perfect or whatever. It's just a feeling for me that I have. But I think about me, like my family we would have came to this movie and watched it and it would have, and what I hope comes off that it'll be exactly like we would have loved it and watched it a bunch with growing up with our family. And I want to make that stuff. So it's like with movies you do, because they just live so long that I do want to make a few more that can be, stuff that you can go see. I mean, hopefully, you got movies that ours is, I think this movie, no one knows, but it could be rated. I think it's trying to be rated PG. And I don't see why it wouldn't be, but that's not really in our control. It's like that's a whole thing. But like I think I can make PG-13, but you can make an action movie, or you can make the whole idea with the Nateland is that we can make a scary movie that that not again you're not making everything for 5-year-olds or 7-year-olds, but it's like you just want like my stand-up. Everybody can be in the room.
Yeah,
everybody
like this
can
podcast.
That's the whole idea. This podcast. Yeah. The whole idea of it is. I don't want you to do that. Which we have, which I know can you talk about our specials? Like, because I get asked that too. Like, is it because it's good, clean, funny? And look, with the stand-up, it's going to be, there's no cursing. And everything else is like, some of them, parents go watch first. You decide. Because it's not made for kids.
Right,
But you can decide. But, the ones that listen to this podcast, it's like, I mean, we're not overall, it's, I hope you can go, unless you're, I don't know. I can't answer for everybody.
Someone will always complain.
Someone will always complain. But I'm writing it for the little me.
Yeah.
So everything I do is for the little me that was not allowed to watch a lot of stuff.
Well, it's very exciting to be in a movie, and then I don't have to worry about when it comes out. I can watch it with my mom. I can watch it with my daughter, and it's nice that you don't have to worry about just showing them your scene.
And if you put it on DVD, I can watch it with my family.
We will. We'll do one DVD.
Okay.
That's a special on Netflix.
Yeah.
Destiny's not going to pay to go to the theater. He'll wait 6 months.
Well, and the goal is to go to the theater. Like that was the, that's we're doing it with Sony and TriStar, and a big reason for that is because I loved going to the movie theaters. I mean, I could not wait to take Harper to her first movie. It was like so fun and exciting.
Well,
and
this movie is going to be that for a lot of people. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's well, you hope so. Yeah. And then it's fun to go out. It's fun to watch stuff with people and that kind of throwback because it's and so hopefully I get to make a few more movies, and hopefully they are movies that you can go out. I don't have they'll all be theatrical or not, but this one's the one you go out, and I'm excited. I can't wait for y'all to see it. It's really fun. I mean, you always worry if stuff's going to be bad, but this movie is very fun. The cast, who you will see soon, is just everybody. I liked it. We got a lot of people in the cast that I am friends with and I've known before, some that I've just met, but we all fit in. And I always think, like, when you cast something, I always want it to be like, I will talk to these people for the rest of my lives. Like, I always thought that with comedians.
Yeah.
Like, I never was like, that's why I'm still friends with all the people that I've started with from the beginning. Cause it's like, why would I want to be around someone that I don't want to be around? Yeah. And so I think we did that with this cast.
Yeah, Brian and I got there, and we watched you and Will Forte film a scene together, and it was like so funny.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's crazy because you're looking. I mean, it's crazy to see, like, even for me to be watching a scene, and I'll see Will Forte like talking, and you're like,
he's talking to you.
Yeah. You're like, who are you talking? Who are you talking to?
Like, oh, I'm in this scene.
Yeah. Well, we've been gone a little bit. We're going to read some of you guys' comments. I know this will be not as long of an episode as you guys.
It's a very special episode.
But it's a special episode.
I do want to say, before we get into that, Dusty and I had an interesting trip down today.
So fun.
We're at the at Atlanta Airport, and
I'd like to start it off.
Okay.
Check this out. So we're walking
through
the airport, and I see this guy. And I go, I know that guy's famous. And I go, who is that guy? I go, and then I go, it's Christian Bale. I said to Brian, I go, that's Christian Bale right there. And Brian didn't believe me.
I go, what? And I thought he's being funny. I'm like, it kind of looks like him, but it's not that much like. I don't know why that's such a funny joke.
I said, that's Christian Bale. And in my head, I thought, man, I'd love to get a picture with Christian Bale, but he was with his family. And so Brian kind of creeped up beside him just to confirm that it was Christian Bale. And then you can go from there.
I mean, he was walking so unassuming in front of us with his family. And his Atlanta Airport, very busy. We get to baggage claim, and I think we just said, like, let's see which one the cares. And then out of nowhere, Christian Bale is Dusty's face. He said, hey, man, I'm a huge fan of yours.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I'm like,
no way.
I'm so glad Brian was there, because if Brian wasn't there, no one would believe this happened.
Yeah.
Kept talking about how much he loves Dusty, how he watches his videos, how he
loves gosh, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They told me we got a story to tell on the podcast, and we're going to wait to tell it to you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that delivered. That's insane.
It was so wild.
I mean, it was,
my stomach was hurting. I felt bad, and then that happened. I go, I feel great. Life's good.
And I said, can we get a quick picture? And I think he doesn't even realize I'm with Dusty.
Yeah.
I think he just thinks I'm a fan. And he kind of looked at me like, what? And,
we're trying to talk here.
And then he goes, if that's okay with you. He asked that to Christian Bale, said that to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, my God.
That's insane.
That's Batman, dude.
I know. I complimented him on The Machinist. That's a movie that I really like. I realize that's a 20-year-old movie now.
No,
but I felt like it was a good...
He's incredible.
It's a good one.
I just didn't want to be like, I loved you in Batman. I wanted to have something better than that.
Right.
Everybody loves him in Batman.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
He was, I mean, he just, at baggage claim, he just stood there with his family. Nobody, not one person approached him.
I feel because you would just, like, he kind of blends in.
Yes.
So with everybody.
Yeah.
Like Dusty.
And I'm not
Dusty from the Goodyear blimp.
Yeah.
And I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy that spots people. I don't. And I
don't think I would have picked him out. I don't know how you spotted him.
I was like, that's Christian Bale.
He was in front of us. We just saw the back of his head. I don't know how Dusty.
I was like, I'd love to get a picture with him. And then he popped up on me. We shook hands.
And then his his thick Australian accent. If you weren't 100% sure, once he started talking, you knew for sure.
He's British, but
Oh,
it was amazing.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Sorry.
It was wild. It was a wild day.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
I'm so glad did you get a picture with him or no? No. I'm glad that you got a picture. I did not see this story going like that.
Yeah.
If I were just by myself, no one. I could tell people and they go, yeah, sure, that happened. But yeah.
Wow.
That was great. Even a couple of, there was a cop and a security guard that were there. Everybody was excited.
Heard it.
Yeah, they all heard it. We talked about it for a while after he left.
Oh, yeah.
Me and this one.
Is that why that cop was talking to you?
Me and this one cop, we talked. I go, did you just see that? And me and him, his name was Greg.
Yeah. Did he know you?
No, he didn't know me, but he knew Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And then and we talked.
I wonder, I mean, I could see how Yeah, he could just blend. You just don't. He's like such a big movie star that you almost probably don't feel like he's a real person.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you just would never imagine him standing, doing anything that you just assume he's helicoptered in every situation.
I don't think
like Tom Cruise or anybody that's
I
crazy.
felt that way with Fallon, where when
Yeah.
I was looking at him, I was like, oh my God. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel
I don't
like a
even
real-
picture Christian Bale watching comedy shows.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what,
that's
he's sitting
crazy.
around watching.
Well, you know
stand-up
what's
Do you
funny?
wish you could have another go at this picture?
comedy.
Are you pretty happy with how you
Yeah,
look
I'm
at
fine
it?
with it. I mean, I'm aware of how I look. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Did he
Look at this.
take? Did you
What's
take
wrong
more
with
than
this
one?
picture?
Did you do some shuddering?
I was trying to do it
quick.
really fast.
That's how I look. I mean, I don't know. And something in my
that's a-
glasses up
that's a
here. I think.
grimace.
If you want to know the difference between becoming a star and not a star, like who has it and who doesn't have it, the beautiful man that just probably woke up off a flight.
Well, listen, guys.
Walk a 50, probably flew from Australia.
I'm a regular-
40-hour flight he just took. You took a hopper.
I look
a
good in
20-minute hopper, and you look like you came over on a boat.
I look good in this.
I think you look good,
I
Dusty.
look good. I mean, I know how I look. This is a good look for me. Look how happy he is to be standing next to me. Come on,
No,
guys.
I mean he's
He
thrilled.
just met his favorite comic,
I agree. He's thrilled about it.
and he was like, "Ah, yeah, this is the guy. This is how I want him to look."
He is going back home and telling his friends he's everything I wanted him to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, guys.
Yeah.
That's
Come
so
on.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
We were at baggage
Look at
claim
this
because
guy.
Dusty packed some things that he couldn't bring on the plane. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right.
pretty
And
awesome.
had I not checked a bag, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
you're right.
It's a good lesson. Always check a bag.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
This weekend, excited. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to a Yankees baseball game.
Ooh.
And I got the tickets on SeatGeek. I want to give SeatGeek a huge shout out. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app, but it's not just sports. It's all kinds of stuff. Concerts, festivals, 70,000 events listed, more than 70,000 listed on the website. Ben Rector tickets coming up. I've talked about that. You can get tickets to the Lumineers, The Weeknd, Gracie Abrams, and more. I love using SeatGeek. I got the app pulled up right here on my phone. I was just looking at it. Very easy to use. Flip through, see what's in your area, get the tickets right there on the app. It has your back, SeatGeek does. Each ticket's rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Don't get a red. Believe in yourself. Wait for a green. Get a green dot. That means you're getting a good deal. Plus, every ticket's backed by their buyer guarantee. And I came through for you guys. I always do. You can use code NATE10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off tickets with promo code NATE10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. Have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek.
All right. First up, we tricked her to be on it. Mandy Moore.
Such a trickster.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all in your movie.
My
So-
movie and your
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
We're all in your movie.
Yeah. They're but you have Brian, Aaron, and Dusty.
You guys have already filmed?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have
Oh,
filmed it.
yeah.
How'd it
Yeah.
go?
Yeah.
It was a
Really
lot
good.
of
Well,
fun.
you didn't
Really
hear
good.
about it, so it went about like that. No, I'm joking. They crushed it.
It is Nate's movie, but I didn't think it would be good until we found out you were on it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That
When you
was
see that,
when-
you're like,
yeah.
oh, this is a real thing.
That is true because you don't get like I feel like even getting a movie, everybody. It's like until we said who you were, my wife.
Yeah.
It's like even your friends are like,
why-
this is like a real.
Oh, you're really
whoa.
doing it, huh?
Whoa, so it's a real movie.
I
So
looked
This
on,
career's working out.
I looked on IMDb last night, and you're like number 7 on the list for the Breadwinner.
oh
Like
yeah,
you guys, like Mandy, Will Forte,
yeah, obviously.
and then I was like, "Where's Nate?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, he's down there.
Just keep going.
He's 2 below me."
Yeah, yeah.
That is what you want, though.
I'm
I
just
feel
a
like,
facilitator.
Yeah.
Like I just.
If you're
I just
bringing it
facilitate.
together, you
Yeah,
want to,
yeah.
you're like, I don't need to be the #1 name.
Mandy, you've been in a lot of movies. You've had a lot of challenging roles that you played. Is trying to pretend like being married to someone like Nate your most challenging
Hardest
role
job
yet?
of all.
You're an
Hardest job
Alzheimer's
of all.
patient,
Yeah.
but now you got to be
But
married to
this
this guy.
was.
I feel like we're just getting
Yeah.
just getting into all of our scenes as
Yeah.
like husband and wife. We kind of jumped into the end of the film. And then we've done a little bit of like family stuff, but I feel like the majority of our work is yet to be done.
It's yet to be done.
Yeah.
So
to TBD.
to be.
Yeah.
We'll
We're coming
let
back.
you know.
Good
I
thing we're
think we
doing the
know. I think
podcast
we know.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Things are
movie.
still-
Crazy thing. You shoot stuff. We've already shot like the end scenes.
Yeah.
And you shoot
Nothing's
them
in sequential order. It's,
Yeah, it's
all
crazy.
out of order.
Real Quentin
sequential.
Tarantino
We
kind of
don't.
thing.
We don't use words like sequential on this podcast.
Aaron
Mandy,
does.
if you don't
Aaron
mind.
Excuse me.
does.
Excuse
Aaron
me.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're actually next to
I
a
loved
Notre
it,
Dame
yeah.
grad.
I
but
loved it. It was a great word.
If you could take it down a little bit, we'd appreciate it. I had I had to spell a word today. I didn't-
Fuchsia.
Yeah, fuchsia.
That's a tough one.
I was thinking, I didn't know what it was. I asked what
That's
it
one
is. and
autocorrect
it's a
can't
color.
even get for you.
It is
That's
a
a
color.
tough. That's a
Indeed.
tough one when you ask what a word means and someone goes, "It's a color."
It's one of the main.
They don't like. I thought they were gonna. It's a plant.
Yeah.
Or it's a bird.
Now it's
Like,
one of
I
the
thought it
first
would
things
be-
you learn.
They go,
Yeah.
no, it's a color. Oh, is it? Wow, like red. Okay,
Kind of.
all right.
General family.
General fan. Is
Sure.
it red?
It's a bit pink.
Pink.
More of a pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
I was thinking feng shui or no, feng shui.
Oh,
Oh,
feng
like
shui.
feng
feng
Yeah,
shui.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
Definitely
how
not
when you
the
build a
same thing.
house. That's
You
what,
want a room to sort of
You don't
have,
want your steps to exit the house, to down the stairs. The front door
Sure.
should not open.
Yeah, I don't know all the rules, but it's like you
How's that
you want your bed facing a certain way.
There's sand, there's rocks, there's a rake, right? That's
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Sand-
yeah, that could
what?
be
That's like a
considered
Zen
feng shui.
garden.
No,
Zen
that's a good.
garden.
No, but
Oh,
this is
okay.
like when you build a house,
Yeah.
your steps shouldn't go through the front door because it's like almost like all the energy. I don't even. I
The
kind of
energy
remember.
is leaving.
The
That's
energy's
happening
leaving.
in my house right now.
Yeah, the steps are going right to the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
explains a lot.
Yeah,
somehow.
that's why I get sad sometimes at home.
Well, there
Oh.
are people you can hire. You can hire somebody to come into your office and rearrange everything to get good energy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I
Yeah.
believe it
Yeah.
too.
It's a
real
but,
thing.
but to know that you can
Absolutely.
hire people that do that is funny.
How do you even? What would you type in Google to find that number?
Yelp. Yeah.
Yeah. But what are you going to use? You're
Feng
gonna-
shui consultant.
Oh,
Oh, there you
there
go.
you go. That's it.
Nailed
it.
I would have typed in how to make someone. Is there someone that makes my
Energy. good.
energy
Yeah.
good in the steps in the front door? And I would say that, and I would hope that Google would be like, all
I
right.
would love
I think my
to see
Google,
what you would get.
Well, my Google's kind of like, yeah, he knows, like my Google's kind of like, I think I get
Yeah.
what
His
he's
Google's
saying.
learned.
It's learned to go. Just give me the ballpark.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. He's on a
it
different
goes,
Google.
all right, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a chat GPT question, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
people are
that's
doing
right.
now.
Mhm.
That's what the kids
Yeah.
are doing.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I asked Mandy a lot about Entourage already.
Oh yes.
I was going to bring it up at some point.
Yeah. It's hard not to.
Yeah.
You got 4 dudes here.
Yeah.
You got 3 of us watched Entourage. Obviously, one doesn't watch. One lives on a farm and doesn't watch television.
Which one? Can I guess?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I was gonna guess
Yeah.
Dusty. Sorry.
Yeah, who grows it? Yeah, who grows his own? He grows all his own food.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
not all of it.
All of
but,
it.
He's
he does.
trying.
I wish.
Yeah, he just does the easy ones.
I
not the
do have a lot
difficult.
of garlic.
Anything difficult,
A
he
lot
goes
of
right to the
garlic. So
grocery
good
store.
for you.
Yeah.
We just harvested a lot of garlic yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Nice.
good. It's
Very
Using
hanging,
a lot
healthy.
of it.
hanging on the screened in porch now, drying out. We can't wait.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it? How long does that take?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh
to dry.
wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You got something coming up, garlic wise?
Well,
so you're planning ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited.
Yeah.
We're ready to get into it.
Yeah.
I got a little jar of garlic and honey. You put all garlic in there, pour honey over it,
Oh,
eat the
yeah.
garlic.
Mhm.
So good for you.
Yeah. She
People
gets it.
people swear you don't get sick.
This is what we've needed
Garlic
on this
every day.
podcast.
Yeah.
We need to bring in someone that knows a little bit about
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
Y'all
I'm not
have-
so crazy.
Yes.
not.
No.
Someone
Y'all.
knows about sequential.
Yeah. Y'all have a lot in
Sequential
common,
order.
but just 1%.
Yeah.
It's going to steer off the rails pretty quick.
Yeah, after the garlic?
Yeah. I was like, just talk.
I'm sure we sort of deviate a little
I
bit.
would I would just talk to him about
Yeah.
garlic,
Yeah,
and
stick
then
to
I would,
food, yeah.
and then I'd get in your car and head on out. But because that's
You're
Yeah.
a accomplished singer too. Have you ever been to Nashville?
Oh yeah.
oh,
Yeah, what do you think of
Good
the-
question.
I mean, I feel like
Such a funny
Hold on a
question.
second, Mandy. Hold on a second.
Mandy, you sing. Have you ever been to Nashville, Tennessee?
never heard of it.
Okay.
I had a follow up.
No, go for
ahead.
it.
Followed up with a better question. I don't think I've ever heard a question.
You've
where
been on a
someone
plane
said,
before, Mandy?
Hey, Mandy, you're a accomplished actor. Have you ever been to Los Angeles? That's the question you asked.
I don't
Is
even
that-
ask
is my
it now.
crazy?
Essentially.
I don't even ask it.
No,
Yes, you are.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, fair enough. Yes, I have been to Nashville. I played the Ryman before when I was on
Wow.
tour
Yeah.
last time. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
wow.
a real
That's
feather
awesome.
in one's cap, as
That
they say.
is.
But I love Nashville.
Yeah.
I would move there in a heartbeat. I love it. Lots of friends there. I feel like the whole music industry in general has sort of moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
Not just like country.
Yeah, see, that's a great question.
All genres.
How many tours did you go on?
I've been on a
That's a great
few. I've been on a
Yeah.
few, but when I started, I was a kid. I was like 15,
Yeah.
and I toured a little bit then, and then I kind of like I started getting more into acting.
Yeah.
And that sort of
Entourage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more or less.
I don't
and
think
so
you were
like the
15
music
on
stuff.
Entourage.
No,
were
no,
you?
no,
No,
no.
but
That was
It was all leading to Entourage.
it was all roads led to Entourage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my life motto.
Eventually.
I auditioned for
Oh, you were
the
telling me that.
movie. Yeah. I didn't get it.
To play Vinny
Haley
Chase.
Joel-
Spoiler alert.
No, Haley Joel Osment. No, it was in the movie. The movie one.
Entourage movie.
Yeah. That's where I didn't read the script. And she goes, "Why didn't you read the script?" I go, "Well, I'm pretty excited about the movie. I figured I wouldn't get this part. So why would I
Spoil it.
ruin the movie? Like,
That's a great answer.
yeah, it's like, what are you
I don't
talking
want to
about?
ruin the movie for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get the
I'm
role.
not getting this role. Like, are you right before? Because I had an acting coach, and right before before I went, the guy, I took a lesson from a guy, and I was going to the audition, and we get done he running it through with me, and I go, "What do you think? Am I good?" And he goes, "I think you should try to get out of this audition." That's how it went. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You should try to get out of it. I think it will hurt you more than it will help you." In this industry as a whole. He goes, as in general, look, he goes, "You should just not go." And I was like, I'll be all right. And just typical comedian that goes, "I'll figure it out."
Yeah.
That's how comedians are. What I've learned with acting is y'all are prepared. And we do not come from a world of preparation. We usually write everything on stage.
Sure.
So you go on stage. You kind of have you think about it a lot, but there's no like really writing down. You just kind of, it's pretty crazy
Yeah.
to go like, well, I need to be in front of people.
That's right. Yeah. You think with acting, you go, I got an idea.
I've got
of what-
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got the gist. I know
Yeah.
how this goes.
yeah.
I'll work it out on
I
set.
mean, I feel like you have
When
to
you see
be-
Dusty's part, you're going to notice
Oh,
that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be somewhat prepared. Like I like to know my lines, but I'm not driving myself crazy about it because like you still want to show up on set and have the freedom to like, play around and try different things and
Yeah.
not be
Yeah.
so locked in and have like a certain expectation of what things are going to look like because then it never ends up like turning out the way that you expect.
Yeah, it's like that's what I have an acting coach here, and he's great, Jeff Dockweiler, and he's been with me the whole time. Sony was like, just go sleep on top of this guy and work on stuff.
I just talked to him.
Yeah, he's great.
He said you should get out of this if you could.
He said, that's what he did. He goes, "You should get out."
This
Too
is gonna
late.
hurt him.
It's too late.
Well, you
Yeah.
can recast.
They can recast.
I was saying when we did our scene and we walked up was like, I was like, I had read it over, but then they go, we're just standing there and then like, it looked like we're about to just go. And I'm like, well, let me see those lines one more
Yeah.
time. I'm not that ready on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going to walk right up and just get started.
You know what's really
I
helped?
don't do a lot of acting.
Again, with my acting coach would help is like it is the story. It's like if you just look at the story and not like I almost don't even really look at the lines.
Yeah.
Because the lines are going to be, especially in a movie like this, like it's not Star Wars. So it's my name's Nate in it. And so it's like almost naturally the only thing you could say in the situation.
Yeah.
And then so it's like you just kind of like it helps you really, because you think about it's like in stand up, we do a set list and we write bullet points. So you write,
Grocery store joke.
yes, and then you can go talk about that
One of
for
my jokes.
3 minutes or 50 minutes for you. But it's like crazy because you just need that one bullet point
Yeah.
that that breaks it all in. And it's essentially that.
Yeah.
You just kind of have bullet points and you just go, "Oh yeah, then I'll get to that."
Yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
That is really helpful that you're just telling the story. And it's so much of it is in your own voice too, in a way. Like you get to be yourself
Yes.
more or less here. So it's like it can kind of be whatever you want as long as you have like the basic idea of what the line is and what you have to say. So
Yeah,
that
I think
takes some pressure off.
that's what I was always wondering about acting, because it was when you see it, and sometimes you see something will be so natural in a movie or something,
Yeah.
and you're like, did they write that, or did it just like the person figured that out in that moment?
And when it's your
Either
movie
way.
too, I think you could just go, well, that's how it is now.
Exactly.
That's how we're doing it.
That's what I want.
I know that wasn't the original story, but that's what we're going to do now.
Uh,
Yeah.
you know how I say instead of dad, I say dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's dad it's in the movie, because what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You gonna make me not say? I don't know how to not say dad.
And there's a list of these words somewhere of all the ones you say wrong, just to avoid.
Yeah, that they just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it is like, well, what are we gonna do? That's how.
When you were-
They have a full conversation. Should we ask him to say it the way the rest of the world says it, or just his way?
Maybe they'll make you do ADR at the end.
It might be
Yeah.
dad.
Dad.
Died.
When you were a little kid,
God.
what'd you call your dad when you were a little kid?
Dad.
Dad?
Papa.
Dad.
That's
No,
so
I call him
sad.
dad.
I called my dad
Dad.
Daddy.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Daddy.
you, was yours Mr. Weber?
At school, my dad was my high school principal.
Oh,
I called him Mr. Weber at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get called in there
A couple times.
and just you and him?
Yeah, he was dad at that point. When it's just us in the room, he's dad.
And then
But
we just
in the halls, he's Mr. Weber. If I had a question for him,
Sure.
Did
we
you
tried
get,
to-
Sure.
Did you get in trouble?
a couple times.
Yeah. All right.
I was never the guy. I was the guy that was around the people that were getting in trouble. And
Yeah.
I was like, come on, guys. I was
Yeah.
that guy.
Okay.
Not a lot of fun.
Come on, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I was involved in a lot
Yeah.
of, but I was never the instigator. I was
All
going to ask both of y'all real quick. Are we trying to
Yeah,
wrap
yeah,
it up?
yeah. We got it. Yeah, that's final question.
Do you find that you enjoy movies? All right.
No, I'm serious.
It just was funny
But
that he said final question.
because this is your first big movie that you've been around.
It's the only movie I've
yeah,
been around.
and you've been in so many.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you enjoy movies more or less now that you know how everything works and you're kind of thinking about that as you're watching it?
I mean, I find it so magical to
Yeah.
be truthful. Like each and every time it's not lost on you. Like this is the coolest job. We're so lucky. I'm so grateful. Yeah, it's just like being back at work is always the best.
Yeah.
But I'm curious how you feel.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I watched a movie this weekend. You want to know what I watched?
What'd you watch?
I know what you did last summer. And
Wow.
yeah. And
Classic.
so
Yeah.
This will be the fifth movie Nate's seen once it's out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
What
then,
an honor.
But I noticed like the shots, like covered shots. That's the craziest, because I never noticed it. When you like, if someone's two people are talking, you see just that person and this person. You're like, well,
Yeah.
they had to move so much stuff around.
Well, that's
to
what I mean.
get it
Are you just
flipped.
thinking about that stuff the whole
Yes.
time, or can you kind of get lost in it when you're?
I
I
get
noticed
lost.
it.
Yeah.
I could probably get lost, but I enjoyed it. Like
Yeah.
But maybe
was
you're
fun to
just
go
more
see it.
aware of it right now because you're in the midst of this process.
Yeah.
So you're like,
very
oh,
true.
wow.
Very true.
They're shooting at night, like what that must have took, and it's just like all the details of the what goes into making a shoot work.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like just very top of mind
Yeah.
for you right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was very fun to watch.
I like that you said how great the job is, and then you said that we get to do this,
Yeah.
and that's not what we don't get to do.
They don't
Yeah.
get to do
Me
it.
and Brian
We
and Nate.
collectively,
Yeah, we
you and
all are
Nate
in this
doing
movie.
it.
we're all in
Yeah.
this together.
We got
No,
to
I
do it.
liked it. I thought
Yeah.
it was fun because there was
Past
a lot
tense.
of passion in what you said, and I was feeling it. And I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I had that job." You know?
You
Yeah.
did
You did have that job.
exactly.
He's not gonna have it again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's-
I hope you
say-
enjoyed it.
No, I
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
my
we got to
job
do
too.
that.
I
We're
like
hoping
my
for
job too.
Breadwinner too. I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just around the trash guys. All right, Mandy. Thank you so much for
Thanks
stopping
for
by.
having
dude.
me,
You're the
guys.
best.
This was
Great to meet you.
fun.
Yes.
Thank you.
You have a podcast too.
Oh, just a little rewatch podcast.
Yes,
Oh,
this
come
is us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody go watch that. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
Absolutely. See it.
Aaron Weber here. Let me tell you about Brunt workwear boots. We all got a pair. I love wearing mine. No break-in needed. You just throw them on and you're good to go. It's nice to have a good pair of boots. You feel like a real man in.
That's
Get
true.
some work done, dude.
You need good boots.
I got the O Men boot. Brian went with the Marin. They're all good stuff.
They're good boots.
Choosing work boots used to mean sacrificing comfort or durability. If they felt good, they didn't last. If they lasted, they wrecked your feet. Brunt finally ended that trade-off. They designed boots that withstand the toughest job sites like the ones I'm working on.
I like to pronounce it, oh man boots, because that's how you feel when you put them on. You go, oh man, I'm about to get it done.
And then that's going to transfer over into everything you do that day.
Yeah.
You
go,
know,
oh man,
let's get it done.
People see you come in, they go, oh, that's a man right there with those
Dusty
boots on.
wishes he had these when he was a working man.
That's true.
Says ad lib with Dusty.
Okay.
I think we've done plenty
Yeah.
already. They also deliver real performance on your job, whether you need waterproof, safety toe, soft toe, pull up, lace up. They've got you covered. They're so confident these boots will blow you away. They even let you try it on the job. Who's doing that? Nobody. Brunt didn't just make a durable work boot. They reinvented comfort for the hardest workers out there. For a limited time, our listeners get $10 off at Brunt by using code NATE at checkout. Just head to bruntworkwear.com and use code NATE, and you're all set. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Support our show. Tell them our show sent you. Brunt. It's good stuff. That's not their motto. That was mine. That sounded like that was their tagline at the end. I'm saying it's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
That should be their motto.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Oh, man.
All right, here we are with my lovely daughters in the movie Breadwinner. We got Birdie, Stella, Charlotte. Look
All
at that. We've had very fun. This movie, we have a lot of stuff. We do a lot of stuff together. I've learned a lot from them. I learned how to stand on a T, the marker.
Oh yeah.
So they put a piece of tape with a T, and I overheard them telling. I don't know. It wasn't you. It was yes. I heard them telling Birdie to just make sure you put your feet in the middle of the T, and I overheard it, and I just was like, it's like where I did learn that in that moment, but I didn't really address it. I didn't go like, oh, good tip.
Yeah.
But I was like,
You just pretended like you've known it all your
if they
life.
talk to y'all, I listen, and I will ask y'all questions because you've been in stuff. You're the real deal.
Real pros.
You're real pros.
Yeah, how long have y'all been acting?
About 25 years for Charlotte. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Well, since I was 3,
Wow.
and I just
She's 4
could
now.
do a lot.
that
I had a lot of personality, and
Yeah.
I was just goofing off all the time. And my older sister did acting, and that's how I got it.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, you were in what were the big Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
Was that
Oh,
was that
wow.
awesome? Like, is it
Yes.
when you're on a movie like that? Does it feel like this movie, or does it feel like
It feels different, and it's cool how movies are different and how they get made.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
This one.
Thank you.
All right. Look at that. Good acting coach.
Hey, why don't y'all go ahead and say what's your favorite movie? And it better be like Charlotte's answer.
It's actually, I'm gonna be completely serious. It is this one.
Oh.
All right.
This is
Well, you have to say
Yeah.
that now.
Yeah. It's completely fine. Is it how long y'all have both been acting now?
I've been acting for 4 years.
Yeah.
I've been acting since I was 4, and I'm almost 12 now.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
My dad, he still is. He's an actor. And then I started asking all about it, and I wanted to try it, and I tried it, and I loved it. So
Yeah.
I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. School is different for y'all though, because you also go to a real school, right?
I go to a public high school.
You go to public high school, but then when you're on set, they would have to run off and go, like learn. Also, something I should have probably went down with y'all to your class
Yeah.
too. So that wouldn't have hurt for me to go. Well, what are y'all talking about today? Maybe I can sneak in there and hear and learn some stuff from you guys as well.
So, Charlotte, when you got cast with Nate, did you tell your agent, I feel like I'm taking a step back in my career?
No.
No. Well, all right. So we're taping this early, but yesterday was Father's Day. What kind of dad do you think he'd be in real life?
Oh, in real life.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, didn't you
I
write
hope
this
a
movie
great
after
bit.
your real life experiences or
Yes.
something?
Or an idea.
Yeah.
So I mean, Close to that, but probably better because this is like a movie.
Thank you.
And it was probably
Thank you.
exaggerated.
I feel like you would tolerate going out to like dinner, but I feel like you would want to kind of just like chill.
That's
Yes.
very specific.
Oh, on Father's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you
would
know him
not.
very well.
Yeah. I think I would want y'all out of the house. And no, I'm joking. No, watch U.S. Open. That's Father's Day right there. You watch golf.
Yeah, that's what my uncle did the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Oh yeah, because your aunt and uncle here right now,
Mhm.
and they're yeah, I bet he loved it. I'll talk to him about it because it was great.
Yeah.
You should have watched it too. Y'all have
Spread
been
that one
awesome. Y'all have helped me a lot on how to act.
Yeah.
I can't wait to everybody see them in this movie because they're very fun.
Oh,
It's all hanging out. We all hang. We have a fun time. We all hang
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You're all very
well,
nice. Thank you.
for coming.
Thank you so
Charlotte,
much,
Stella,
guys.
Thank
Birdie.
you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you
guys for having us.
Great to meet
Breadwinner.
y'all.
Here we go.
Watch
Yeah.
it.
Watch it, please.
Okay. We love talking about our Helix mattresses.
Mm.
I've had my Helix mattress almost 3 years now. We all have Helix mattresses. We all have a Helix mattress.
Yeah, I have two.
Yeah, and we all love it. That is true. I can't read, but that is true. Being out on the road and getting to come back home and get back in my Helix mattress is the best feeling. It is a good feeling. You know what? I also got my sister and brother-in-law a Helix mattress not long ago.
Wow, that's a nice gift.
It was a nice gift.
Mhm.
And but you know what? They had an old mattress they were sleeping on, and they kept complaining to me about how they were not sleeping good. So I go, you know what? I got a fix for you.
Mm-hmm.
I
And you
got
gave them our promo code.
I think I used the promo code to buy the mattress, but they love it. They sleep good. They
Good.
feel good.
Love it.
My brother-in-law even said that his old mattress, he had his like body indented into the mattress,
Oh my gosh.
and he said that now he doesn't have that.
Is this
So-
your brother-in-law
That's good.
from Michigan?
yeah,
So the bar was very low, but
Yeah.
it was low. I mean, I could have got him some cotton pads, but they do love it.
Well, you got him a Helix.
And I got a Helix mattress too. I love the Helix pillows.
Right.
It improves how I sleep. Everyone knows how I love their pillows.
Yep.
We talk about it all the time. They are good pillows though. When sometimes I go to bed, we have several pillows, and some of them are Helix, some of them are other pillows.
Can't do
And my
that.
wife will have all the Helix. And I gotta wake her. I go, whoa! I gotta wake her up and
Pass
go.
the Helix.
Let me get one of the Helix.
Yeah.
You know, we'll each take one of the bad ones, but we need each
Yeah,
one
you
of
do
the
the
good
helix
ones.
maneuver.
Yes, exactly. exactly. But it really helps with my sleep. I'm getting better sleep. Aaron's getting better sleep. Brian's getting better sleep. My old mattress was one of those old springs, like I'm saying about my brother-in-law. I have a whole bit about it on YouTube. And I finally realized how bad that is for sleep. Helix fixed that issue. It's great for hot sleepers, people with back pain,
Yeah.
snorers,
Right.
people with sleep apnea. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
And go to helixsleep.com/Nate for their 4th of July sale and get 27% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/Nate.
27%.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
It's something you won't forget. Go to helixsleep.com/Nate for 27% off site-wide. This is an exclusive for our listeners of the Nateland podcast.
Wow.
helixsleep.com/Nate.
All right. Now we are sitting here with Martin Herlihy
All right.
from Please Don't Destroy. Is that what you get brought up as? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, everybody says that. You
Yeah.
know. I don't think I've been in one of y'all's sketches.
No.
Is that
Kind of a-
because, golly, that hurt, you know?
It's kind of an awkward
It's
way
like,
to bring
it
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 started
is,
off, huh?
you know, yeah. What's the deal with that, Martin? Maybe that's what we should, it's time we're going to start this podcast. Where do you get off? No,
I think we wrote ones for you.
y'all did.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best
on me.
sketches, one of my favorites of all time, the kids doing Def Jam.
Oh, thank you
That's
so
what
much.
I mean. That's so funny. Have you seen that? Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man.
We wrote that with Gary Richardson.
Okay.
Shout him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're playing Peter on in this movie. You're the like a DoorDash guy, delivery guy. I forget who do you work? Who is it? Or do we even know? We just say food delivery guy.
Yeah.
We
I
don't
think
really say
it
anybody.
keeps switching.
Yeah. And so We've been rolling. They've already shot their scenes. I don't think you were there. They play because we can say what y'all were. I guess we can. Did y'all say it?
Trash Man number 1.
Trash Man number 1. Trash number.
Let me make that very clear
2.
that he's number 2.
I'm trash collector number 2.
Yeah.
Not trash man.
And
Get it right.
trash collector and Dusty. We can't say what you were doing, but you were.
I had a great time.
You had a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was fun.
Dusty dies in the movie. Yeah. Go ahead, Dusty.
Yeah, we got to play around with a bit of a different hair look.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
His hair normally looks like yours.
Oh yeah, this is a wig.
Yeah.
Extensions.
Yeah. But yeah, they styled it up a different way. And then they were like, in the trailer, they were like, we like this. And then fortunately you were in there.
Yeah.
So I got to be like, you okay with this? And then you were like, I don't care. Yeah. And it looked good though.
I liked it. Did you like it?
I did. I wore it that way all the way through the airport back home. And then I took it out before I got home. I didn't want my kids to see me.
You almost became a different guy.
Yeah.
I did.
I
became a different guy that I'm sure I could say, but it would be maybe a nice surprise.
It's a beehive.
No, it's up to. Yeah. But you didn't want your kids to see your hair?
Might scare them.
I just didn't want to show up off the road with a new look. You know? Maybe if they saw it happen.
That's what they say. If you have your kids seen you without a beard?
No.
Okay, so if you did that,
my wife has seen me without a beard.
They'd probably freak out if they saw you without a beard, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So different haircut.
Yeah.
Like, who's the strange man in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
How many kids you got, Martin?
That's like, dude, I'm working on it. Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
There used to be a Saturday Night Live sketch, Herlihy Boy. Is that related to you?
My dad knew Adam Sandler.
Okay.
So it was the name. He had no involvement in it other than Sandler used his name.
His dad.
Awesome.
So yeah,
that's
his dad
cool though.
Writes with Sandler. Had done Happy Gilmore, and I mean almost all of, or a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
All the ones we like. I mean, we like all of them.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to say it like that, but you know what I mean? It's the ones that you...
And you know which ones we're talking about.
And you know what I mean.
There are some that are better than others. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think your dad would come on this? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Have you ever had what jobs have you had?
I've only worked in desserts previous to comedy. So I did shaved ice, popsicles, chocolate, candy, ice cream.
Wow.
Those are all different establishments?
You were like...
the shaved ice and the popsicle were the same thing.
Okay.
It's like you were running a booth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside?
Outside, did the markets in New York, did corporate events.
Is this your first job? Your first job was...
First job was in a chocolate shop, but then first job in college in New York was the shaved ice.
Was that a coincidence, or did you really just zero in on
I
that's your
zeroed
passion?
in. Yeah. I had previous experience.
Aaron's like, I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah.
That might be.
He goes, you messed up.
He's about to quit comedy.
Yeah, it's not too late for a pivot, I'll tell you that.
Did which one was easier of the desserts?
The last one I had was an ice cream store where I would work the opening shift. So I would be done at noon.
Yeah.
So it would only be the 5 crazy people who
Yeah,
come
who's
in
getting
to get
at
ice cream.
10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, I could. I mean, yeah. That is funny to go, in the morning, 10, is it 10 a.m. when y'all would open?
Yeah.
And
It'd be 10 to 3 maybe, and then I would
but which one was the easiest to scoop? Is ice cream the hardest, or is shaved ice easier because it's just
Shaved ice is harder. Depends on the
Then
flavor
ice
of
cream?
ice cream.
I would not think. I'm surprised by that.
Do you
'Cause I
go
thought
home?
ice cream was when you see you go to Baskin Robbins. I
Oh,
mean, they
yeah.
have to you have to get into it.
But
Do
they
you
heat-
go
they heat
home
those
with
spoons
a
up.
with a bit of a hand cramp after a night of a lot of ice cream scooping?
Yeah.
After a
Carpal
long
tunnel.
summer, the one arm would be
Yeah.
slightly bigger
Yeah.
than the other one.
Yeah. You're like 2 scoops. Oh, gosh.
I'm still. How is shaved ice the hardest one?
I guess it depended on the flavor.
Yeah.
If it had a lot of mix-ins, it would tend to
Oh.
be softer maybe.
Do you ever have
Yeah.
a customer come in and they ask for something and you go, you don't need that?
I would
All
almost
the time.
I think everyone.
You say it present tense like he still works there.
Yeah, I would imagine that's a 3 out of 5 situation. it's just you're like,
You go, "You sure, man?"
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the most amount of samples you've ever given out to one person? You ever have somebody where you're like,
This is a real
Yeah.
scourge
if I
going on
keep
right now.
giving you samples, You're not going to order anything.
Yeah.
You kind of can't stop, or at least not me. I don't have the personality to be like, no.
That's enough.
Yeah. They go, you know what? I don't like any of the flavors.
Would people ask for samples and then just leave?
Yeah, occasionally. Not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew a guy who would go to Mexican restaurants, get water, and eat chips and salsa, and then leave. Like, what a dirtbag.
That guy's at this table.
I would never do such a thing. Yeah.
Well, these have all been pretty quick interviews, so we appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We covered some important ground.
This has been very fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm an
like-
electric podcast.
Well, desserts are. Desserts are. I'm still
I have
shocked.
a lot
by the
more
shaved
questions.
ice.
I could ask a lot of questions about working at an
I'm
ice
sorry we got to wrap it up.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? We will have you back.
Not to talk comedy.
Yeah,
Just ice cream. shop.
Have we done a dessert episode?
No.
Yeah.
See, we're
Get
a
a block
dessert
of ice up
episode.
here.
A what?
A block of ice. Put it
And
on
then
the
you
table.
can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how you can make it.
Oh, you literally shave it off?
Yeah. You shave it off the block.
From a
Whoa.
that's why it's harder.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, this is like a real deal place.
Yeah, this
It's
was.
New York City. I mean,
Oh,
you're getting the
yeah.
best.
It's like
Yeah, I
churning
thought
butter.
shaved ice was like just out of they put ice in a machine. It was already,
I did too.
it's already shaved.
No, this is
No,
straight up.
we were shaving it.
You're like legit.
That's
Now I
that's-
get
now
why.
I get
You guys
why
are talking slushies.
Yeah,
He's talking shaved
yeah,
ice. here.
shaved ice.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you almost let me go before clearing that up.
Yes.
And that would have been such a disaster
Yes.
for your listeners.
Yes. Oh, it would have been embarrassing. Like everybody would be like, who was the weak boy that couldn't hold a cone of water? Well, you're awesome, dude. You've been killing it. Obviously, in this
thank you.
movie, and
You
then we've
too.
had a blast having you. So thanks
Thank
for
you for having me.
Great
yeah,
meeting.
man. Thanks for coming
Yeah.
by.
You do.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
big day, though,
Go
huh?
ahead and mention
That's
that.
crazy.
All right.
That's
So
crazy.
Mike Vecchione, our good friend Mike Vecchione, has his new special Low Income White coming out on Nateland
So what
June 27th. Even the
great
title's
title.
funny.
Great title.
We
June
were there.
27th premiere. It was great. The
Yeah.
special's great.
Yep.
Uh,
Our buddy Ron Hamilton is shooting
yes.
a Netflix special at Neptune Theater October 4th.
Seattle.
Yes. Yeah. It's great. It's going to be on Netflix. We're taping it October 4th. Ryan Hamilton, extremely funny. He's had specials on Netflix before. Very pumped about that.
Very funny.
Yeah.
I love Ryan Hamilton.
Yeah.
Love Mike Vecchione, too. I don't want to just say that about Ryan.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, sure.
And Nateland presents the showcase.
And then I gave you a look that made it even weirder. But I love them both.
Yeah.
And I do.
That's
I'll say
this,
it again.
this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday coming up. Nateland presents the showcase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Taping
this-
that again.
Tickets are on sale. We're
Yeah.
all hosting tonight.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's gonna
you
be
guys
awesome.
doing that. So look who walk in. Come on in. Everybody, please welcome Christian Bell.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like my Batman movie.
We just met
Yeah.
Christian Bell.
Yeah, Will Forte. Welcome. Hey, buddy.
Hi, how
Good
are
to
you?
see you.
Good to see you.
You're a part of the Nateland crew because we went on the road together. So
Yes.
you fit in.
That I had so much fun.
A lot of people were
Yeah.
very excited about your national anthem.
Oh, really?
They were.
Jeez. That was. I got to say, it was terrifying to do the national anthem because I think I usually kind of like to over sing stuff,
Right.
and I just didn't want to do anything that seemed like it was disrespecting the anthem.
Totally.
Yeah.
But just my general way of singing seems disrespectful of any song I'm singing. So wow, it was so fun. And to get to see him, I just saw 3 shows. It was just, they were just, you would think after the 3rd time you might get sick of some of the stuff. And it was like, it would just even get better.
Yeah.
Like I was just watching the master at his craft.
Give it 2 or 3 more times.
Yeah.
I think you'll
Did
get
you
there.
sing the national anthem 3 times? Did you do 3 shows?
No, we did 3
We did
different.
songs.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
The
Proud
God
to
Bless
be-
the USA,
Oh, that's a good one.
which I used to think was just
Lee
called
Greenwood.
Proud to Be an American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was the second one, and the third one was a medley,
Kind of everything.
like a hodgepodge. Of
Yeah. The third one the third one's very fun. Because it was almost like we were saying, like at first I didn't know if he wanted to go. You have it like I'm like, if you want to go up, you can go up. But it's like he doesn't do stand up. I don't know if you have something, you've done some charity stuff, so you've had to obviously be in front of people. And by the third one, we're like, oh, like you have an act. Like we basically, he had jokes.
Have you ever done stand-up?
Just stuff like this, which was in a stand-up setting, but not really stand-up, just kind of a bit like this. And it was so fun. It was so fun. I'm very excited to stretch it out and come back and turn into
always
20, right?
Yeah, you're always welcome. You're always welcome. That's what was fun is sometimes because when you were like you just went and saw your family wasn't here, so you ended up going to be a weekend by yourself down here.
Yeah.
And so then you're like, I just overheard you. We were just talking. You're like, yeah, I might take a day trip. You're talking about going to Nashville or Savannah or something, like just drive to a city that you haven't been to. And then I just throw out, I'm like, well, you can come with me if you want to hop on the bus and we'll go to Roanoke and Norfolk. And it was, when you say it, it's like, I honestly want you to come, but then you're always like, I can't imagine. Why would someone want to?
Well, I was the different version of that was like, oh, he doesn't want me to really come.
Oh yeah.
It was so much fun. I finally that night I was just like, if you meant that, I'm in.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's fun.
I love it.
Yeah, it was the best. We had the most fun. So Will, we were very pumped that you were on this podcast, but that you agreed to do the movie because you were. We were just saying.
Yeah.
Our. Because it was like when I saw you, when I do like a scene and then I'm like talking to you in a movie, it's crazy to be looking at you and just be in a movie. Like you haven't, I know it's probably not it's a hard question it's not even a question, but it's probably, but it is crazy because it's just like so much stuff that I love that you do. And then just to be like, I can't believe you're talking to me.
Yeah.
In this.
Thank you for saying that. I don't often get that reaction.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
people go, I can't believe.
Yeah, I'll come in.
I can't believe I'm in a Will Forte movie. Is that the reaction you want to get?
Oh man, if you're not a Will Forte movie, that is that's the kiss of death. I remember one time I did a tiny part. I did a part in the Sandler movie, That's My Boy, and then a tiny part in Rock of Ages, and then I found out, which is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So it's like they were both coming out the same weekend. So I'm like, which one's going to be number one? And then somehow I tanked both of them. I brought them both down. I forget what it was, but like, yeah.
Tom Cruise's only non-hit.
Yes.
Because you're the only one. You think he probably remembers you for that? Every time he sees you and he goes, "This guy." Tom Cruise. You met Tom Cruise. You met him on that movie, right? And he was like, he's the best.
He was so nice. So this was shooting in Miami, and it was the part that I was in. It was 3 nights in a row, all night shoots. Yeah, so you're getting in at 8 o'clock at night, something like that. You're going until it turns light. So the first night I'm there, I'm in a scene with him, and he had to drive this motorcycle up to me, and so they would cut it right where he kind of got to me, and so we would chat a little bit after each time he would drop the motorcycle off, and they would cut. And then at the end of that night, I was like, okay, I felt just barely comfortable enough to say, hey, my mom is coming to visit tomorrow. Would you ever, could I introduce you to her? Is that all right? And he was like, of course, yes. What's her name? I said, Patty. And he's like, Patty Forte. Okay, I'm excited to meet her. And this was like 7 a.m. So then I slept through the day and then went back to set. And then it's that uncomfortable thing. We talked about this where it's like, okay, I asked him, he was cool about it, but now I actually have to like be annoying and say, Tom, remember what you said. You're going to say hi to my, and before I could even do that, his assistant came up and said, hey, where's your mom? Tom really wants to meet her. And then in this insane scene, there must have been 400 extras. In the middle of the madness of that, he called my mom over into the very center of it and had somebody come and take pictures. And then a couple weeks later, he sent 2 framed pictures, one for my mom, one for me, Oh,
Wow.
it was a wonderful experience.
I love it because it's like he's like a theme park. Just as a human,
Yeah.
Where it's like you go, it is essentially meeting Mickey Mouse, and I really think if you control the whole situation, like it's like you're just kind of like, yeah, you take pictures, you get frames.
You're probably going to want to get this framed.
Yeah,
and you go, I do want to.
And it's already printed for you when you get off the ride.
Yes.
I like the Tom Cruise. I like to picture though. You go, would you meet my mom? And he goes, yes. And then later that night, he has you fired from the movie.
Yeah.
That's the Tom Cruise I have in my mind. That's who I like to picture. He goes, I'd love to meet your mom.
Yeah.
And then you're cut from the movie.
You know who would do that? Christian Bale.
Did you see his picture with Christian Bale?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Let me see it.
No. He met Christian Bale yesterday.
Today. Earlier today.
At the airport today.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Yeah.
He's, I think, the best there is, right?
Yeah.
Is he like the,
I think so,
I mean,
too.
if
Oh,
not
yeah.
the greatest
He's
actor around.
probably the greatest.
Yeah.
up
Well, you
there.
haven't seen
Yeah.
my role in Breadwinner.
Oh, I haven't yet. Yes,
No,
I
you didn't.
apologize for jumping the gun with my
Yeah.
opinion.
He's my new
Trash
Gene
collector
Hackman.
number 2.
Christian Bale's
Christian
my new
Bale's-
Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman's gone, and that's who previously was the best actor in the world.
I was in
Who I met when I was a
Hawaii on
child.
a vacation once, and me and a buddy were jogging on the beach, and then we ran by some kind of heavy set guy, and my buddy said, "I think we just ran by Christian Bale," and I'm like, "So we're probably like 50 yards past," and I looked back, and it was, no, that can't be Christian Bale, but it was when he was doing the Dick Cheney movie, and he had
Wow.
like gained a bunch of weight for it. So
Yeah.
I think it definitely was him. Like we figured, we spied on him a little bit until we didn't go say anything, but
Yeah.
So he wasn't
Yeah.
a true fat guy because he was running.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He was.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, was he? No, he was on the beach. We were running.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
But he
so-
probably
Yeah,
was still
sitting.
running. I bet
Yeah.
he does that, and he's still probably like does it in a really healthy way.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
bet
Right.
he's got to have like doctors who probably monitor
Yeah. If-
daily.
Can you tell the story? Is it? I don't. Are you the car chase of 1994, 3?
OJ?
Oh yeah. So I lived in Los Angeles. I was probably 4 blocks away from the Nicole Brown, the house where she was murdered.
Rockland.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So Gretna Green.
Okay.
Brentwood, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I had just graduated from UCLA and was down, lived down there during that period. And my birthday, which is tomorrow.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday.
Thank you
Which
very
this
much.
comes out Wednesday, so it'd been yesterday.
Yes,
But it was
which was
Happy
yesterday.
birthday! Yeah.
Was the day of the Bronco chase, and my
Wow.
girlfriend and I were going down to Disneyland and past the Bronco.
Wow.
Yeah,
How crazy!
Wow.
Is that?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
It
is wild.
That is
And
crazy.
you were like, would you meet my mom?
And he's a guy he would meet your mother. I mean,
Yeah.
OJ, he was that kind of guy too.
Yeah, he might have been. Yeah, maybe right then he's like, I mean, soon.
Yeah.
He goes.
I'll need
Did you ever
visitors.
see the footage? Like, did you ever see your car? Like, I mean, there's
No.
so many cars going.
Did you know in the
Everybody
moment-
looked for a dark blue Saturn.
Okay.
Did you know in the moment what was happening, or did you connect the dots later?
We kind of heard because in the morning, all the reports are coming out. I just watched the documentary Made in America, so it's
So
all
good.
kind of fresh in there.
Yeah.
But I remember that day; it was just like weird stuff. I think it was the day he was supposed to be turned in, and it was
Right.
a huge mystery because you're like, oh, he's not there.
Yeah.
And then you hear, oh, he's they've located him, and it was just weird. And back then also, the way you got your news, you don't just look on your phone. This is from what I remember. I don't think it was either pre-cell phone or just pre everybody having a cell phone,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, you
could
got it
text
on
people,
TV.
but there was no news.
I don't
or
think you
anything.
could text people.
Yeah,
No,
so you just
not-
like hear
yeah.
it on the radio
Yeah.
or something.
TV
or-
radio. It was
TV radio.
all anybody was talking about, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Crazy.
I mean, to
just heard, like,
drive
little
by
snippets.
that it's Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy that you drove because it's like the odds of you even meeting someone to drive by that.
It's like a Forrest Gump
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But it was unmistakable.
Is that
You're
Will
hearing
Forte?
about it,
Yeah.
and then it's,
yeah.
You're the real Forrest Gump. There you go. You're a part of everything that's ever happened.
Christian Bell.
He was at Watergate.
Yeah.
when they invented the wheel.
Yeah.
We had not seen that before.
No.
Mhm.
And then there's all of a sudden there's a wheel.
Yeah. It's a wild time.
You know, you remember?
I'm not that old.
Yeah, you remember the first thing you said? You go, "How'd you get over here so fast?" And then that's when you learned about the wheel.
I looked up some Will Forte fun facts.
Oh.
It said, tell me this is true. Your mom has visited every movie set that you've ever been in.
She's yes, she had, and then recently she kind of stopped.
Oh, you're
I
trying.
invited her.
She
Yeah,
stopped.
no, it wasn't because of
Yeah,
this.
she's like,
This
yeah,
was a
I
I
while
don't think of a
get
nice
it.
way to say it.
I get it.
She
But I
goes,
don't
this
think
one,
she's
she goes,
coming out.
is anybody going to see it?
No, it was. I think it was in Ireland. I was trying to get her to come down. No, Australia. I was like, get down here. So Ireland, she missed out on. Australia, but maybe because it's domestic, maybe I can get her out.
Yeah, bring
Yeah.
her back.
Yeah.
Wife and
I'm-
kids just showed up. So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, there you
excited
go.
about that. Yeah.
I do very well with older ladies that like my comedy. So
Yeah.
I think I could be right up your mom's alley.
Yeah.
No, yeah. There's nobody I meet more than it's the best.
Yeah.
I love that sort of stuff. Somebody
Yeah.
comes up to you and they go, "Hey, are you Dusty Slane?" And they go, "You are my mom's favorite comic."
Yeah.
Or a lot of times I get very attractive women come up to me and they go, "My husband loves you."
Yeah. There. We had a joke in the Christmas special. We were saying like I'm Nate Bargatze, I'm your wife's favorite comedian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Guys, our next sponsor, you know we love, Delete Me.
Mm.
Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable.
Are you doing the bit of Aaron's bit that Bill Burr stole?
Wait, what?
The data?
Yeah.
Delete Me sends you regular personalized reports showing what info they found, where they found it, and what they removed. It isn't just a one-time service. Delete Me is always working for you, constantly monitoring and removing the personal information you don't want on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been a victim of identity theft?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Harassment? Yes.
Mm.
Doxing? Don't know what that is, but
I
probably.
used to have an identity theft joke. So,
You
Well,
can't
this
keep
is-
plugging your
It's
ass.
kind of an ad read here, Dusty. If you haven't, you probably know someone who has. There's a few people in my life, they're all me, that were a victim of identity theft. It is a nightmare. Delete Me can help. So take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for our listeners, get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Nate and use promo code Nate at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go join deleteme.com/Nate and enter code Nate at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Nate, code Nate. You're Donkey Kong champion.
Yes. Although the thing I'll say about that, I was working on this movie, Good Old Fashioned Orgy, and I was doing something where I was probably only
What's it about?
in every.
Good.
You got to see it. You just got to see it. I was only in every fourth day. And then the other days I would just go. I found this Donkey Kong game down at a local bar and I had nothing to do. So I played a little bit. I get a little obsessive about stuff. And I would hit this wall and then I'd go home and look up how you get through that wall. And then I just kept getting better and better. And there was a guy who was a stand-in on the movie who was, have you ever seen King of Kong?
I don't think so. I know what it is. Though.
I know what it is.
Great.
Yeah.
You got
I
it.
can't remember if I watched it.
It's really interesting. It's all about these two guys who were chasing the Donkey Kong record. It's great. And then there's another movie called Chasing Ghosts, which is a documentary about like that era of video games, just like on a wider scale, like Defender and Space Invaders. And so this guy was one of the people who was, I think he was the defender champ, and he just knew about all those games.
Real
His name's
ladies
Leo
man.
Daniels. Yes. Anyway, I was bragging to everybody because there was this guy, JLK. I'll always remember it was he had every high score, and I'm like, I'm gonna get this guy off the leaderboard, and I did. I drove him off the leaderboard, and I was kind of joking around with everybody, showing the screen grab of that, and Leo saw it, and he said, "Oh, that's actually pretty good," and then he submitted it to Walter, I think his name was, the referee. For people who have seen King of Kong, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
For you guys, Walter's just some. He was this ref who would watch hours of footage. Like people would send videos of them getting high scores, and he would watch the whole thing real time. He wouldn't even fast forward. He would watch everything till the very end to certify your score. So anyway, this guy registered my score, and it was, I think, number 29 in the world.
Wow.
But that's the thing, is like, is it the 29th best score or just the 29th best score of people who were like, I got to get this thing certified?
No,
It's the best. That's the 29th best.
Is it?
It's 29th best ever.
Is there, or is it like you're one of 29, the only 29 people that are playing this game still? It could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody gets number one on Donkey Kong and
29
then
is
goes,
crazy.
I'm not even going to tell anybody about
I wasn't
this.
even in the conversation for that.
Did you have to video the whole thing? Your whole match, or did you?
No, I just showed.
your-
See, that was the perk of being an
being
actor,
you,
I guess,
yeah.
because they just said, just take his word for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But other guys, so
We could
to
use
submit
the
it-
press.
And I lied. I took
Yeah.
I photoshopped the no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
It was a
How long
legit
does
score.
it? How long does it take to play a game?
Yeah.
Man, I would guess that for that score, I was probably somewhere like 50 minutes.
That guy would watch 50 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, and I was 29th. Imagine somebody
Yeah.
sending in. There are people who some of these games. I'm sure you're going for.
Is there an
a
end to
couple
that
hours.
game?
Yeah.
I did not find it. I didn't.
Yeah.
No. I bet there. I don't
think
know.
There, yeah. I think
When's the-
there is.
When's the last time you played it? Could you
Oh,
still?
It's been a while. It's been a
dominate?
while. I'd do okay,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't. I forgot all the little hacks and.
Mm.
How much did you enjoy the Donkey Kong scene in the new Mario movie based on all this?
I didn't see it.
Oh, that scene's
I
worth
haven't seen
seeing.
it.
That scene's worth seeing.
I'll tell you what I'd be more excited about is playing Mario Kart. That was one I used to be all
Yeah.
over.
64 or Super Nintendo?
The
original?
old one, like
Oh,
this.
geez.
This would have been like
Super Nintendo, yeah.
99 or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
That was what I liked too.
doing a little power slide. Now I don't think I could power slide anymore.
I think
I'm old.
I think
Yeah.
you figure it out, man.
Yeah.
You get back
You
in
get
there. It's
back-
like
yeah,
riding a
thank
bike.
you.
dude. Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah, because you can figure it out. He's also unbelievable skier.
Really?
Found out. Yeah.
I'm a good skier.
Yeah.
Water
That's the
or
one
ice?
thing I can do.
Oh.
Water
yeah.
or ice?
Oh
Ice.
yeah.
Ice.
Ice skier?
But you can do water.
Water
probably
ski.
too, right?
I can do water, but
Snow
I'm not
ski?
as good.
Snow skiing.
Snow skiing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
ice.
Well, yeah, not I.
But I
don't-
mean, he
I don't
can
do either.
fall-
Shaved ice.
I don't
Yeah.
do
Shaved
either.
ice.
Yeah.
Out of a helicopter.
Yeah.
What?
Like that kind of skiing.
Like
He's
you get
like,
I mean,
dropped
not
out
to
of a
brag, but
helicopter?
yeah.
yes,
It's a Renaissance
It
man.
is.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Where do you do
Will
that?
Forte, I swear to you, no one would believe it. Like there's a restaurant here where you can play. They have indoor simulators, golf simulators. And so then the first night we hung out, we were calling Jost in the movie, so we're over there, and we come over to play. And then with Will, I don't know if you're going to play or not, or you don't ever know if anybody's with golf. You're like, I don't know if people want to play. And then so we're like, do you want to play? You played. But it's like you're actually playing good, and so then you feel like when you see something where you're like, oh, this guy's like actually like can do a lot of
Yeah,
things.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You're also a
I
financial
appreciate that.
financial broker?
My dad was, and then I started doing that, but I didn't get very far. So before you have to take what's it called, the Series 7, or at least it
Yeah.
was back then.
Yeah.
And I never got to that stage. The guy who I was working for said, I want to put you through the Series 7, and then you'll be like my junior guy. And then I just realized, if I do that, I'll
You'll be
I'll
stuck.
just, yeah, because I would.
Yeah.
feel this sense.
And do you
of
regret
loyalty.
not taking that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, man,
What could have
it's good
been?
knowledge to have,
Yeah.
but I have none of it. I
Yeah.
have none of it. But my dad does, so I don't need it. Wait, what are your video games that you guys are good at? You're asking me all these
I'm not
questions.
good at any. I don't.
I want to learn about you.
What
guys.
game he was around for? What
Well,
video games did you?
Pong.
2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, when we were on the road together,
He got the first Atari.
there were some. I did have the
I had
first
that.
Atari. We're
Yeah.
about the same
Oh, yeah.
age. There was a video game in our area that we hung out there at the arena, and
Yeah.
I got the highest score on
Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's another one that I love.
Yeah, Miss Pac-Man.
Well, it's
You
a little
look
bit
so
easier.
young.
Than,
Are
it's
we
a little bit
really
easier
about
than
the same
Pac-Man.
age?
53.
53? Do you do like a
Whatever you're supposed to say, I do.
routine?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
This guy's looking.
Well, he was born a
look young.
baby, and he's kind of stayed there. He's Benjamin Button. He's going back. He's right in the middle phases right now. He goes, "You just caught him at a good time."
That's the best
Yeah.
compliment he's ever got on this podcast.
Yeah.
So I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that is true.
yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, we saw Aaron and I.
He
We've
didn't
already.
even know how to take it.
I play a lot of
It's-
World of Warcraft, by the way. If we're still talking video games,
Really?
I
Oh.
just play a lot. Yeah. I was in a
We
raiding
had
guild.
moved on. I'm sorry. We had moved on.
God, dude, I wanted my moment with Will Forte.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with those the new video like Halo. I have friends who would always want to play Halo, and I would just
Yeah.
like get
Came out
just
20 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah. It's new.
destroyed,
Yeah, it's
just
brand
like
new.
constantly splat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my buddy Kenny. He was ranked high on Halo, and in NCAA college football at one point he was. I think he was like 2, but maybe at least top 5 ranked in the world playing online.
That's crazy.
Crazy online because I mean it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always very Halo. He was ranked very high too, and he played it. He was just very good at it. Yeah,
That would be like Michael Phelps
it
being
is.
on an NBA championship team
Yeah,
after swimming.
he's accomplished about as
Two
much as
different-
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
I used to play The Sims. You guys ever play that?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
take a
I know
family,
of it.
you get like a guy, and then you build walls all around him. No door. Speed up the time. He dies in that room. That's what I used to.
Wait, have you seen what's the Black Mirror? The most recent season. There's some kind of thing that reminded me of that.
Nah, if that show freaks me out.
It does.
That show
It's-
freaks me out.
It's the future.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I already know those things. So when I watch the show, it's just confirmation bias for me. And I think that's the term. And I go, it's all going down.
Yeah,
It's getting dark.
Yeah. You don't need Black Mirror. You have a mirror.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I have a Black Mirror in my pocket. I mean, that's what these are. That's what these are that we carry around. We carry around our own little magic mirrors in here. We just pull up anything we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mirror on the wall.
You're learning the dynamic here on
Yeah.
the podcast.
I love it.
That's what
he
it is.
fit.
love it.
He fit in so well with everybody on the road.
That's
It
a good
really-
group of guys.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
it was a good fun group that it was just like everything, and it like you just blended in like you're just with like you just kind of perfectly was like, oh yeah, you're just part of us.
I kept in touch with everybody
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I know that Tony's coming out.
Yeah, Tony's
He's coming.
coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
heard
going to dinner on the 23rd.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah, yeah,
Please join us.
yeah. We're gonna look. We'll have you sit with us as we take comments from listeners and stuff. So we're gonna read a couple comments. Rich Taylor. They were filming directly across the street from our house, so we got a first look at Nate's acting. We all were really impressed with how much time and work goes into filming. My kids will probably never look at a movie the same way. It was nice of the cast to make time to meet some of the neighbors since it was a mess around here for a few days. One afternoon, I was able to hit Nate with a hey bear from across the street and got a chance to meet him. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember.
Old Rich Taylor.
Because you meet a lot. You met a lot of the neighbors. Yeah, it was great.
I mean, everyone's so nice. There's so many trucks. It
It's a-
really
takes
disrupts
over the whole
the neighborhood. So
Oh,
that everyone
yeah.
was so cool.
it takes over the whole street.
It spiced the neighborhood up, though. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
think,
Oh, yeah.
you
For
know,
sure.
the neighborhood gossip went from, they're not been cutting their grass to, did you see that Will Forte was on the roof?
Yeah, the next door app.
You
went
know?
off
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
Oh yeah. There had to be a lot of Will
Yeah.
Forte on the roof sightings.
Yeah.
Spoiler, another spoiler.
Yeah. Not giving too much away. The whole movie's about Will as a roof. No, we can't. Stephen Bass.
I think I went to high school with this guy.
Really?
I think this is the guy that we've talked about before that hit the shot at Auburn, like the half court shot.
I know
Oh,
Steven.
yeah.
Oh, I do know him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a pro pickleball player, I
Yeah.
think.
I was an extra in The Breadwinner. I was worried Nate's lack of acting experience would show, but in the first scene of the day,
The extras are worried. The extras are like, no, no.
I don't want to be in this if I can help it. Don't show me.
They asked the extras. They gave the extras line. They go, "We've never had lines before." They go, "Well, we need you. We need you
Take
to
a few of these.
Yeah, we need you to carry this scene." But in the first scene of the day, Nate had to act like he couldn't read, and let's just say he was the most natural-looking thing I've ever seen. See, that's when you're in control of what is being done. You're just like, "Oh, I can ease into this."
You just got bassed.
Yeah. Yeah, I did get bassed. Waited until the end of a long day on set to give Nate a little "let's go, folks," and he was kind enough to come shake my hand. Love being a part of the movie and looking forward to the premiere March 13th. Yeah, I do remember saying hi to him. Yeah, that's awesome.
He lives in Opelika, in my hometown. Shout out.
His wife's from Alabama.
Oh, yeah? Your wife's from Alabama?
What part?
Yep.
What city?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. All right.
Yeah.
We're from Alabama, too.
Birmingham,
Both of us.
Oh, really?
Montgomery, Opelika.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Never been to either of those, but
Never heard of either of those.
maybe I've gone to.
Maybe
I got
you've
to
been
go
to
to
Auburn?
Tuscaloosa and go
Okay.
see a game. See.
What about Auburn University? You ever go there?
Haven't been there,
Okay.
and I'm not allowed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Auburn's next to Opelika.
Oh,
Your
okay,
wife
okay.
would be familiar.
You know what? It's a tough thing because I freaking love Charles Berkeley so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And so it's like and so I always kind of cheer for Auburn too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I went to UCLA, so what do I care? You know, so it's like I love Charles Berkeley, and I'm not going to hide
Bo
that.
Jackson. Who
But
doesn't
don't
love
you
Bo
Yeah,
feel-
Jackson?
Bo
yeah.
Jackson.
How do y'all
Cam
feel about
Newton?
USC
Yeah.
though?
Doesn't love
Is
these
USC y'all's?
You know what? I mean, it was growing up. It was a huge thing. Loved hating USC, and it just like I think hatred of everything kind of diminishes, and you're like, oh, why care that much about that stuff?
Yeah.
You can root for your team without hating on other teams.
See, I
It
agree. I
ramps
cheer
up
for
for me.
Alabama
Yeah.
and Auburn, and
Yeah, it's
everybody
ridiculous.
tells
Yeah, it
me
is
I
ridiculous.
can't do it.
Ridiculous.
Everybody says I can't do it,
Yeah.
and I do.
I hope Christian Bell didn't hear this.
Oh, is he
Well-
War Eagle? Or?
Well, I'm just saying he'd be disappointed because that's
he's
a terrible
he's
take.
a big Dusty fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that could be why he likes Dusty.
Yeah.
Is because
yeah.
he.
I have the ability to cheer for both of them.
Yeah. What movie would you, if you met Christian Bell? Have you met Christian Bell?
No, I haven't.
Just on the
Well,
street.
Dusty will
On the-
introduce
on
you.
the
Yeah.
beach.
I'll put in a word.
What movie would you say to him so he does? If you're trying to say, don't say your movie,
Yeah,
but like if you're, you don't want to say like
Well,
Batman.
Yeah.
Like
because
if-
everybody likes Christian Bale Batman, so
Yeah.
you don't seem like you really know Christian Bale if you say.
Yeah.
What
Are we
was
interested
that
in my
movie
answer at
where
all, or
he-
just his?
Was it The Machinist? Where he was
That's
Exactly.
what I
like,
said.
That's
That's
I
what I
mean-
said.
that was because in the way
Yeah.
that he put on weight for the
Batman.
Dick Cheney
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, was unbelievable how much he lost for
He
the
did
other one.
Batman right after The Machinist. He,
But you
did-
know
he-
what?
he got the Batman
That's a
shape
dumb
in,
take, Aaron.
3 months after
crazy.
The Machinist.
Yeah.
3 months.
What was
It's
the
amazing.
movie where was it called? The Wrestler, the one where he's
The
it's
Fighter.
in
Oh, The Fighter.
The Fighter.
Yeah, that's
And-
a good one too.
And he's I forget if that's what there was one movie I just remember thinking he's so funny too. Like he's
Yeah,
like
he was funny
in
in
this
that.
really like he can inhabit any character.
He was
Big
funny in,
Short.
like-
The Big
Yeah.
Short. He
Yeah.
played Michael
Oh,
Burry and he
yeah.
had a messed up eye. And he,
Yeah.
Oh, and
He's just- he
He's
can do it all.
what's the
should've got him on
American
this one.
Hustle?
Yeah.
Was a
Yeah.
good one too.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
funny in that.
Is the
Yeah.
Machinist? I've not seen it. Is it involve machines at all?
He's a machinist. He works on.
It's not about his job, though.
No, it's not about his job. But
so if I wanted to watch a movie about machines,
that's not the one.
This is not the
I
one.
would watch Wall-E or
I'd
something.
go Transformers.
It's a pretty brutal movie from what
Yeah,
I
it's a
remember.
tough
There's
watch,
some,
man.
Yeah.
I mean, really well done and like well acted, and like, but you have to. It's like, you know, you don't come out of Schindler's List going like, wow, it's that kind of feeling like,
Yeah.
wow,
some
what
ice
a
cream.
heavy and deep, deep experience. Yeah.
You got to bottle that stuff down.
Yeah.
You don't even let it get in there.
Yeah.
Open that door. All right.
What would your answer be?
The Big Short is what
Okay.
I would say. Yeah.
I would have said Batman because I would have probably forgot everything else. I would have said, you know what I would have said?
Yeah.
The time where they caught him yelling at someone for being the eye line, I would have said, like, I think that was not fair that they did that to you because I understand the moment of that. That's almost what
You would meet him and bring up the worst moment of his career right away.
But I don't think it is. I think it wasn't fair to him.
Okay.
Because even when I heard it, and I didn't know, this is before I was the movie star that I am now.
Are you laying the groundwork for this is about to come out about you?
I yell at Will multiple times.
I ask him to.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
Felix was on set once at we were in the Nissan shop and I made him move because I didn't even think about it, but I'm like delivering this line and I'm doing it. And it just the way it was is everything was like split open. And then I'm just staring at Felix, just watching. And then it is like, we're not doing the machinist.
Yeah.
But you just like are kind of trying to be funny and you're just, or whatever you're trying to do. It is a serious moment in the movie.
Yeah.
And then, I just got done. I go, yeah, you can't. You got to go. Because it was only I could see him. And then Stroop, when he was on it too in the Toyota, there was one time I'm doing this scene and Stroop's sitting where someone told him to sit. But it's like, it was again like it just kind of broke and that's all you see. And I just see Stroop like, I saw him yawning and on the phone. And you're like, all right, well, I can't, that kind of stuff. But so I always understood like the Christian Bale thing.
One thing I had heard at some point, I don't know if this is the truth or not, but I heard that there was whoever he was yelling at maybe had been a little bit of a tyrant and had like, this could have been from somebody, an apologist, but it was, I thought I heard that it was him just like trying to stand up for the crew in a way by doing this also.
Yeah.
And that was because I'm a big fan of his. That's kind of what I wanted to.
Yeah. I bet, no,
narrative I liked.
I agree. I think it is. I get it. Like seeing, especially doing this now, you do see like, because you have to, this is a comedy, but it's like you got to kind of be in the, like you want this to come off so when everybody sees it that you're like, it's your family and it's all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so you kind of need to, because stand-up is such a like, we can comment on anything that's happening. But in a movie, you're like, I got you to believe this. And you want to go like, you want me to believe that I'm doing this. So like but even before I always thought that was not a fair thing. Yeah, because he's doing like a cry, like he's crying or something. You guys just stare at a dude.
I do a crying scene, and I had to like prepare myself for a couple days to try because I don't do that. Usually you just show up and you kind of do whatever. And I'm like, I have to kind of seem like I'm crying, and so it's this scary thing to do. And then I could see how and I didn't even do it 1,000th of the quality that he does it. And so like what, I could see like being in that space where you're like have to get super emotional and then somebody's like, messing around. I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree. Because you can get done with
I love him.
Yeah, you can get done with a scene, and you just right when you get done, you're like, I just want to walk off by myself. Because it's like you almost there's when you're filming something, there's so many people around that if you get done, if you were kind of vulnerable or say like if you had to yell really like even for me that simple of like I got to be the most outgoing in this kind of thing that like right when you're done, you're like. Yeah, you don't want small talk or, some scenes you can, but then some scenes you're like, yeah, let me just go walk for a second.
Yeah. And I've always said Christian Bale has great taste in everything. And especially comedy that he likes and people that he likes to yell at.
Yeah.
And it all makes sense to me, and I agree. I just I just wanted to say that I agree.
Has he hosted SNL?
I don't think so.
I don't think
so. I think he'd be really
yeah.
good at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he would just be great at everything.
We might try to get a co-host that maybe me and Christian Bale co-host together.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. All right. We're having
Well,
a
now
good
we
time
know
here, guys.
if we do another movie, I'll get you in the other movie, and then I'll go out to Christian Bell and say, "Hey, you know who's in this movie?
Yeah.
Dusty."
Yeah. That's the way.
That's
You're the way for Nate to get Christian Bell in his
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He'll
the
go.
way.
That
You were
if
talking
Need a
about.
roofer.
I thought that was
It is
Judah
a-
Friedland.
All right, we will let you. Will go with your family.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thanks
We're
for
probably
doing.
going right
yeah.
into town here tomorrow
Yeah.
night if anybody wants to join.
Oh,
I would like
you
to.
guys still around? Are you
Yeah, I
around
would
for a
like
couple
to.
days?
I'll come back
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got nothing
right.
going on.
I will be gone,
Spread
but I
the word
appreciate
once
it.
we
Yeah.
figure it out. Okay.
But it would be one of those where I would go, did he really mean it?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
He
okay.
does.
Yeah.
After meeting Will, I can tell you he really
Okay.
he's a lovely person. All right. All right, you're good. You can just get up and walk off.
Oh, I get out of
yeah,
here.
yeah. No, I
Oh, you
don't
guys are
think we
still-
have to do.
No.
Yeah.
Great to
You guys
meet
can
you.
do this without me?
We
Yeah.
just
Wrap
have
it
to do
up.
what Nate says.
We're gonna hit record.
See you later.
Good seeing you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to meet you, man.
All right. Great to meet you.
Gotta get back to my boss here.
This has been a big day.
It's the best.
Sure.
You know what I
has.
mean?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Will Forte, Christian Bale, Mandy Moore. It's been a
Stella.
big day.
You got
Martin.
Birdie,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte,
Yeah.
Martin. Yeah, the whole cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's other cast members, but yeah, everybody that's here, we did a good. This was a big old thing. Well, welcome to the Breadwinner set. Glad you made it.
Yeah.
I want to pitch my dates.
Yeah. We'll go into where you're going to be. I will be in Evansville, Indiana this weekend. Yeah. I've been going. I've been doing shows have been awesome. We've had some amazing 3 p.m. shows. Unbelievable.
Is it hard switching your brain?
I thought it would be. You know what's funny is I'm able to. I think it's making me a better stand-up. There's something that I've always wanted to work on. I've kind of figured like I have to do it in acting, like giving myself a second to think or something.
Yeah.
And I've never really done that with stand-up. And I mean, you just feel like you're a fraud. Like it's like the first time after you're like I stunk.
Yeah.
And now you just feel, and it's something that I don't know if anybody would ever notice, but it's I know it, and it's pretty awesome. I'm excited every week to go out.
Awesome. July 6th, I'm at Goodnight's Comedy Club in Raleigh.
Sorry.
I didn't know you're actually gonna do. I mean, I like that.
You should
No,
do
I
it.
think you
Yeah,
should.
I know. I know. But it was
I
fun.
only just like that Nate had a whole thing. You go, awesome. Well, listen, I just think it was funny.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was good.
Good
I liked
transition.
it. I'm not criticizing
Good
it.
transition.
I'm not
Yeah.
criticizing
So
it.
when are you going to be in Raleigh?
July 6th.
Okay.
July 9th, Comedy Catch in Chattanooga. July 18th, 19th, the Looney Bin in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Awesome. July.
You driving to all?
Yeah.
no, only-
Tulsa's a drive.
Tulsa's
I'm
a-
flying to
11
Raleigh
hours.
and
Yeah.
Tulsa. I'm driving to Chattanooga.
11
Yeah.
hours.
I should fly to Chattanooga.
Yeah. I got a couple of days with you, Nate.
Yeah.
Coming up, but Chattanooga, Tennessee, Comedy Catch, July 17th through the 19th, 5 shows.
Woo.
I mean, can you imagine only doing one? I got 5 shows. We're trying to add a 6th.
Oh, so come on down.
We might cut back shows actually. But,
Yeah.
Comedy Catch. See me and Brian. A little twofer.
You know what? My mom told me that they're coming to see you in Chattanooga.
All right.
They already got their tickets.
Nice.
Me,
Yeah.
or,
Wow.
me or just Brian?
Brian, well, they just said Brian
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 And
Thank you.
yeah, my mom's a big fan.
Well, thank you.
And then they bring a crew and they're laughers.
Yeah,
So
that's
And
great.
they'll
That's
have
awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
They only
Yeah,
have to go to one show.
I'd
Yeah.
say they only had to buy half the amount of tickets.
Yeah.
Because they're all bogus.
They go, well, yeah, because they're BOGOs. They're BOGO tickets.
I'm just kidding.
My mom's excited about it.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's
She
great.
said she's going to come see you. She said she may go see Connor Larson, but
Oh,
she said,
all
right.
but
Yeah, how
she's,
about that?
but they already have tickets to see you.
Thank you.
Well,
And then I'm taking a little time off just from the road on June, just hanging out with my family.
Could be
but-
working.
Could be working for sure. But I got, I think on the day this podcast comes out, my second half of the year dates will come out. So check those out. Got a lot of dates, going to a lot of places. Going to be very fun.
Love it.
Great. Love it. All right. Well, I have missed you guys. Everybody listening, thanks for listening. Sorry I haven't been here, but I hope, thank you for understanding. And yeah, I hope you all have a great week. Love you. All right. Breadwinner, March 13th, 2026. We'll tell you so many more times.
Yeah, you'll hear about it.
Yeah. All right. See ya.